if you want to come pick up a flyer, there's gender psych flyers, there's flyers for the ROAR conference that was announced earlier.
Some might say I'm putting myself in danger by standing here right now, out or whose stories were lost to plague and to time, need to be remembered and need to be told because they are just as relevant now as they were 20 years ago, as they were 30 years ago, right now, today. So for the elders who are here today. The hatred and misogyny spewed upon all of us, whether straight or queer, and across the realm of gender identity and presentation, this is nothing new. The difference is, we're in a position of incredible power through our solidarity. And the people here in San Francisco and the Bay Area are making the world listen. This year, our city dedicated the world's first transgender historical district. As a trans woman, to be invited to stand here on Women's Day to speak my mind is beyond an honor. I think of those voices silenced and lost. I think of how Sylvia Rivera needed to fight her way onto the stage at Gay Liberation Day in 1973 for just being a trans woman and standing for girls like me. And now our community of differing identities is creating a world where trans and queer people are truly visible and we are celebrating each other. But don't let this visibility, don't let this trans visibility be conflated with winning. We are still dying. We are still being attacked. We are denied education, jobs, housing. Trans women of color have been killed in record numbers this year, and just this week we've lost more. And this is no coincidence. By othering us, those bigots, those killers, try to tell us we're subhuman, that we're punchlines. We are their scapegoats. We do not have equal rights, and they paint us as a danger to others when we demand those rights. Those of us who can be visible and choose to be, our visibility is a tactic. It is an asset. Our visibility is a truly dangerous thing. It's a danger to the systemic veil they try to pull over us, all of us. Anyone who is not a white man in this climate is being targeted by both the administration and the bigots they empower, so we must not let them win. And those of us who can act must. I was raised to believe that every person on this planet has the responsibility to act when there is time of great wrongdoing and to drop out of societal expectations to fight that fight. Everything can shift in an instant, and that's when you have to know the right thing to do. And the right thing now is to have empathy for those suffering and for yourselves, to fight for humanity, for healthcare, for long-term sustainable housing, especially for the most vulnerable. Many queer and trans people, especially trans youths in this climate, are houseless, or lost in between cities, or stuck in dangerous situations. Yet this city votes to build a stadium and more condominiums. Where are more hospitals? Where is more housing? Where is shelter? Where is food? Why are the most righteous of causes the ones with the least resources? What is compassion? Hungry companies are eating up communities in the Mission and Potrero Hill, West Oakland and Emeryville. Displacements are happening every day. Where will all the people go? A man said to me yesterday, they want to keep us because we feed them. We feed them. We, the poor, the marginalized, the disenfranchised. The power structure of capitalist patriarchy depends on us to grow and for their system to survive. But we are rising and we're speaking. And they are scared, trying to push us back down and away, back to our corners, but our voices are being heard. Everyone here today or who will be in Oakland tonight, and we will not stop till justice wins. Shut it down.
Shut it down!
Let me hear you. Shut it down.
Shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
That was awesome. But as we take the streets, please, this is important, please respect and celebrate those who support us being in the streets, who do not have the privilege of being here today, or who cannot march for other reasons. They need to hear that their contributions to this revolution are valid and valued. We are in this together. So whether you're holding a sign or have a pot of soup waiting on the stove at home, or an accessible place to crash for someone who's not safe tonight, you're contributing to real social change. Your work is being witnessed. I was asked to speak about the Degenerates a little bit. Give it up for the Degenerates, please. And all I can say is this: Mother Jones, in her time, dubbed the most dangerous woman in America, would stand clad in black as a visible beacon for those around her. It is said that Mother Jones, when she would show up at the mouth of a mine, 20,000 people would drop their tools and come out and stop working and strike with her because she would show up. You all showed up. To me, that represents protecting each other through solidarity. I proudly wear my patch from the Degenerates because it represents that somewhere, someone has my back, and that, goddammit, I've got yours. Help keep each other safe, and we perform and we display our art publicly to show that we are unafraid. As Degenerates, we declare we are visible, we are here, still alive. We celebrate queerness, we celebrate our joyous, differently lived lives, and real feminism, which must include people of color, trans women, trans men, genderqueer and non-binary people, femmes, butches, sex workers, elders, tomboys, and geeky exhibitionists. Maximum visibility works. If we are loud enough, if we are seen enough, we will not be ignored. And though the Supreme Court won't hear Gavin Grimm's case, first of all, fuck the Supreme Court. That case is on the front page of every paper. Though people will continue to try to make us suffer and to shut up, we will not be silenced. Say that with me loud. We will not be silenced. We will never be silenced again.
Yes. Come on!
Our books and bodies will not be burned anymore. And we will not assimilate. We will not go back into hiding. And make no mistake, as this cruel administration continues its fascist agenda with trans youth an easy target, queer people from around the country will flock to this radically queer bay because they know that our doors are often open and that we protect our own. This is happening. I know you see it. We're going to need help from all institutions and individuals to support the institutions that do exist, to make new institutions and create opportunities to feed and shelter people. All of you have that power. Let me hear you say, power! 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 Most of all, we need to protect trans and queer youths who are probably scared in a way that so many of us can empathize with, no matter how old or young we are. A world that seemed so opportune just weeks ago has been snatched away. For so many, it truly seems like life and death. But I believe we can win. I believe we can rise. I believe we can protect each other and that all of our causes intersect. And so, we're gathered here in solidarity with each other to say to police, to say to ICE, to the human beings in these buildings and offices who drive the vans, that take parents, the people that split up families, we say, stop following orders. Stop detaining immigrants. Stop sweeping the houseless. You are culpable. This is not justice. This is violence. Now I'm a poet, so I'm going to try to close with a poem if you don't mind. It may seem we are in a valley of despair, waters of doubt trickling to a sea of disambiguation, leading to a web of lies and distortions where every thread looks like an easy escape, but we get tangled. This is what government looks like for marginalized people. We are prey. We are their fuel. And we're no different from those who stood at any crossroads in people's history to call out bigotry, to put your body on the line, to protect those you can, to protect yourself, to stand for justice in the face of bullies and batons. When any law targets everyone but white cis men, we have a goddamn problem. And we can stop this. We make plans, we act on them, and we demand justice! 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 We are here today to defend immigrants.
Yes!
We are here to defend people of color.
Yes!
We are here to defend Muslims.
Yes!
We are here to defend people with AIDS.
Yes!
We are here to defend Black Lives Matter. We are here to defend the rights of the incarcerated. We defend those seeking asylum. We defend trans, genderqueer, and non-binary people. We defend people with disabilities. We defend sex workers and medical workers. We defend queer and trans children. All women, parents, teachers, builders, and we fight against toxic white supremacy, toxic masculinity, toxic capitalist patriarchy, and we demand justice! Justice! Thank you.
Wow, these speakers have been so great. I just want to remind everybody that there's a childcare area. There's a really well-organized group of mostly cis men who decided they're going to take on that work today. They've got their comrades, their friends, and they're good with kids, and they have juice boxes. I just had one, so I'm all sugared up. Yeah, hopefully we can get them to keep doing it, forever. But they're over there if you want to drop off a kiddo during the march or something. They have fun activities and materials. There's also materials to make signs and banners over here. In that area, there's markers and poster board. Go ahead and make a sign. Get juice for the march. I just wanted to say, read a couple words from the statement released by the gender strike organizers, who say, in solidarity with the International Women's Strike, we propose a feminist strike which will not be content to pinkwash the bombs on Baghdad or to make crowns honoring biology as our destiny. Instead, we propose a different strike, a strike against all forms of gender domination. A gender strike from below.
Yes.
And I'm just reading parts, but on ICE, like why we are shutting down ICE. As feminists, we see the struggle against ICE, against deportations, against borders, imperialism, nationalism, and fascism as deeply intertwined with and crucial to the struggle for gender liberation. We call upon antagonists to these systems of oppression in the Bay Area for a day of action to shut down ICE and demand the removal of any and all ICE operations from San Francisco. If this is truly to be a sanctuary city, if sanctuary is to mean more than an empty ideal or a convenient phrase, then get ICE the fuck out of the Bay Area! We call for this as one step toward fighting for a world we can survive and want to live in. ICE is a direct manifestation of the worst forms of oppression faced by the most vulnerable women, queer, and trans folks. Just last week, or 2 weeks ago now, ICE arrested and deported she's detained a trans woman on the steps of an El Paso courthouse after she filed a protective order against her abusive boyfriend. This is the kind of thing that ICE does. Ours is a feminism that is anti-capitalist, that is anti-fascist, that is against all forms of white supremacy, racism, anti-blackness, imperialism, and nationalism.
stage like these speakers did, specifically in a moment in time when folks are being targeted by the alt-right.
Yep.
So, you know, I want to just put it out there to many of you today that some folks amongst us may be masked up, maybe covering their faces, and that is a tactic of safety. So please stand in solidarity with those folks and protect their safety as well. We want to remind, you know, folks here, white folks, the police are not here to protect you. ICE is not here to protect you. So think about who you're standing in solidarity with and kill the fucking cop inside your head. A few other safety notes. Stay hydrated. Wear sunscreen. Also, we've got some folks over here that have showed up with pedicabs. So put it up, pedicabs. Thank you so much. If anyone is not able-bodied or just feeling fatigued, get your booties over there. And you too can participate in the shutting down of ICE.
All right, so we're gonna march. Let's go. We're gonna march down Market Street. Follow the banners. Banners to the floor. We're gonna march. Let's start with a chant.
I think also.
Stop deportation!
No borders, no nations. Stop deportation. No borders, no nations. Stop deportation. No borders, no nations. Stop deportations. Stop deportation. Stop deportation. Stop deportation. No borders, no nations. Stop deportation. No borders, no nations. Stop deportation. No borders, no nations. Stop deportation. Everybody knew.